United States is a really big country.
It doesn't look very big to me.
It's so big that it would take someone a year to walk all the way from one side to the other and back.
Whoa! So if I started walking on my 10th birthday, I'd get back home on my 11th birthday?
Yup!
Wow! But if it's one big country, why did you draw all those lines through it?
Those are the states that make up the country. The reason the country is called United States of America is because it is made of many different states that are joined together, or united, to make one country.
Oh! So, how many states are there?
There are 50. Most of the states touch other states, but there are 2 that don't.
Where are they?
Alaska is a big area of land to the north of the United States, up here. And Hawaii, which is actually a group of islands, is out in the Pacific Ocean, over here.
So, are all the states the same?
No, they're all different from each other in lots of ways. Some states are big, like Texas, and some states are small, like Rhode Island. Some states are in places where it gets very cold in the winter, with lots of snow. Other states are in places that don't get very cold at all, and hardly ever get snow. Some states have lots of high mountains in them, and some have no mountains at all. Some states have huge forests, and other states are mostly covered in tall grass. Some states are next to the ocean, and some states are in the middle of the country surrounded by land. But all the states are the same in one very important way.
What's that?
They're all part of the same country.
The United States of America!
You got it!
So, how long would it take me to walk all the way around the whole world?
It's impossible to walk around the world. You'd have to swim across oceans, too.
Cool! Ah! I think I'll just walk to Billy's house and go swimming in his pool instead.
Click on the next activity.
Regions of the United States with Carla. Hi, I'm Carla, and I love to travel. I just got back from an incredible trip to all the regions of the United States. This is my photo album. But before I show you my pictures, let me tell you what a region is. I bet you already know that the United States is a big country with 50 states. The states are in 5 parts of the country called regions. The 5 regions of the United States are the Northeast, Southeast, Midwest, Southwest, and West. Northeast: Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. I started my trip in the Northeast region. It has 9 states. First, I went to Vermont and New Hampshire. In the fall, the trees there are covered in beautiful red, orange, and gold leaves. I even tasted some syrup that was made from the sap of maple trees. It was delicious! The next place I stopped was the state of New York. I saw crowds everywhere in New York City. More people live there than in any other city in the United States. While I was in the state of New York, I also went to Niagara Falls. Don't take a boat ride too close to the falls or you'll get soaking wet. In New Jersey, I saw the lab where Thomas Edison invented his light bulb back in the 1800s. Then, it was on to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to visit Independence Hall. That's where the founders of our country wrote the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Southeast: Maryland, Delaware, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia. The next region I visited was the Southeast. It has 14 states, along with an area called the District of Columbia, which is where the capital city of the United States is located. That city is called Washington, D.C. D.C. stands for District of Columbia. While I was in Washington, D.C., I went on a tour of the White House. That's where the President of the United States lives and works. Next, I went hiking on the Appalachian Trail. I spotted a black bear in the Great Smoky Mountains in North Carolina. In Alabama, I went to the Marshall Space Flight Center, where people invent and build rockets. Then, I visited the Florida Everglades. I saw alligators, dolphins, and pink flamingos. Midwest: Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota. The Midwest region has 12 states. It's home to some of the Great Lakes. I'd never seen lakes that big before. The Midwest is also famous for its many farms. The milk from cows on dairy farms is used to make yummy cheese. Many other farms grow grains like wheat and corn. Here's a photo I took of Mount Rushmore in South Dakota. The faces of 4 famous American presidents are carved right into the mountain. Do you see George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln? While I was in the Midwest, I also went to the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Missouri. The arch marks the place where many pioneers started their journey west in covered wagons. Southwest: Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona. I visited all 4 states in the Southwest region. In Oklahoma, I saw a lot of oil wells. There are even oil wells right in the capital, Oklahoma City. There are oil wells in Texas too, but I was even more excited to see all the Texas Longhorn cattle. Can you guess how Texas Longhorns got their name? The Southwest is home to many American Indian tribes. While I was in New Mexico, I visited the Navajo Reservation and saw beautiful jewelry, rugs, and artwork. When I got to Arizona, I went straight to the Grand Canyon. I learned that it took millions of years for the Colorado River to carve that amazing canyon out of the rock. Afterward, I went sightseeing in the hot, dry desert. I took pictures of lizards, jackrabbits, and coyotes, and a lot of cactus plants. West: Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, California, Alaska, Hawaii. My trip across the United States ended in the West, where there are 11 states. There are amazing sights to see in the West. I liked the Great Salt Lake in Utah. This huge lake has water in it that's even saltier than the ocean. And did you know that there are huge forests in the state of Washington? They're part of the beautiful Olympic National Park. While I was in Southern California, I visited some amusement parks and saw places where movies were made. In Northern California, I saw giant redwood trees. California also has a lot of fruit and vegetable farms. Hawaii is actually a group of islands in the Pacific Ocean. I saw lava flowing out of an active volcano when I was there. I ended my trip in the biggest state, Alaska. Alaska is so cold that huge pieces of ice, called glaciers, cover parts of the state. I took this photo of a polar bear while I was there. Polar bears have thick fur to keep warm in cold weather. I loved learning about each of the regions that make up the United States. I hope you did too. Look at each picture and see if you can name the region where it was taken.
Click on the next activity.
Southwest, Northeast, Southeast regions of the United States.
Click on the next activity.
Carla's map of the United States. Help complete our map of the United States.
Play.
Let's look at the Midwest. Drag the states into their place. Awesome job! Awesome job! Terrific! Here's the Great Southwest. Drag the states into their place. Nice going! Eric, good job! Good! Here's the Southeast. Drag the states into their place. Very nice! Well done! Great! Let's look at the Northeast. Drag the states into their place. I know you can do it. Great job! Excellent! You got it! These states are all in the West. Drag the states into their place. Fantastic! Awesome! Great job! Good!
Click on the next activity.
You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true 'neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag.
Click on the next activity.
The American flag. Hi, my name is Carla, and this is the flag of the United States of America. The flag stands for the United States. When something stands for or represents something else, it's called a symbol. The first U.S. flag was created more than 200 years ago. Back then, some people in America lived in places called colonies. 13 of these colonies belonged to Great Britain, and they were ruled by the King of England. When the people in the colonies wanted to have their own country and their own laws, they fought a war with Great Britain and won. They called their new country the United States of America. The United States needed its own flag. The new country's leaders decided that their flag would have 13 stars and 13 stripes. The stars and stripes represented the first 13 states. Over the years, more states were added to the United States. Each time a new state became part of the country, another star was added to the flag. Today, the flag has 50 stars because there are 50 states in the United States. The 13 stripes are still on the flag to remind us of the first 13 states. There are many ways that people in the United States show how important the flag is to them. They carry the flag in parades and fly it from flagpoles near schools and other buildings. The people of the United States sing songs about their flag. The most well-known song is the Star-Spangled Banner. Banner is another word for flag. There's even a day to celebrate the flag, Flag Day, on June 14th each year. The U.S. flag has nicknames too. It can be called the Stars and Stripes, Old Glory, and the Red, White, and Blue. Whatever it's called, the flag is a very important symbol to the people of the United States. When I travel across the country, I see it everywhere.
Click on the next activity.
Have I? Can you find the word mother? I have fun with my mother.
Click on the next activity.
1. Done.
Click on the next activity.